Imagine this. You open your phone for just 5 minutes. You see someone your age driving a brand new car, another person traveling to Dubai, someone else showing their morning routine in a luxury apartment. And suddenly, your normal life feels small. So you do what most people do. You tell yourself, I need to level up. But what if I told you, this feeling, this invisible pressure, is quietly destroying your financial future? Here's the modern belief no one questions anymore. If I don't look successful, I'm falling behind. Social media has turned life into a highlight reel competition. And the problem is, we're not just watching anymore. We're reacting. We're spending. We're upgrading our lives not because we need to, but because we feel like we should. Think about it. Have you ever bought clothes you didn't really need just because they looked good online? Upgraded your phone even though your old one worked fine? Felt uncomfortable repeating outfits because of what others might think? That's not random. That's influence. And it's designed to make you feel one thing: not enough. Let's break this down in the simplest way possible. Your brain has a built-in system called social comparison. It constantly asks, am I doing better or worse than others? Thousands of years ago, this helped humans survive. Today, it helps companies make money. Because social media doesn't show reality. It shows curated success. People don't post their debt. They don't post their anxiety. They don't post the 3 failed businesses behind that one success. They post the result, and your brain compares your full life to their best moment. Now here where it gets dangerous. This comparison creates emotional pressure. And emotional pressure leads to financial decisions. Not logical ones. Let's say you see someone traveling every month. Your brain doesn't think, maybe they're in debt. It thinks, I should be doing that too. So what happens? You book a trip you can't afford. Not because you need it, but because you don't want to feel left behind. That's the shift. From intentional spending to reaction spending. Now multiply this by everything: clothes, cars, phones, restaurants, lifestyles. And suddenly, your entire financial life is being shaped by what you see on a screen, not by what you actually need. Here's a simple example. Person A earns $1,000 a month. They save $300 consistently. Person B earns $3,000 a month, but spends everything trying to maintain a lifestyle. Who's actually building wealth? Most people would assume person B looks more successful. But financially, person A is winning. And social media makes you forget that, because it trains you to focus on appearance over reality. It rewards looking rich, acting successful, showing off upgrades, but it doesn't reward saving money, investing quietly, living below your means. And that's where the trap begins. Here's the deeper truth most people don't realize. Social media doesn't just influence what you buy. It changes how you define success. And that's far more dangerous. Before social media, success was personal. It was stability, freedom, security. Now, success has become visual. If it can't be seen, it doesn't count. And that creates a psychological loop. You see someone's lifestyle. You feel behind. You spend to catch up. You get temporary satisfaction. Then you see someone doing even better. And the cycle repeats. This is called the comparison trap. And it never ends. Because there will always be someone richer, better, ahead, no matter how much you earn. But here's the part no one talks about. This loop is profitable. Not for you, But for brands, influencers, platforms, because the more you feel not enough, the more you spend trying to fix it. Let's go deeper. There's a concept called lifestyle inflation. It means as your income increases, your expenses increase too. But social media accelerates this. It makes you upgrade your life before your income even grows. So instead of earn more right arrow than upgrade, it becomes upgrade now right arrow figure it out later. And that's how people get stuck. You might think, I'll just enjoy now and save later. But here's the reality. Habits don't magically change. If you build a lifestyle based on constant upgrades, you'll always need more money to sustain it. And that keeps you trapped. Meanwhile, the people actually building wealth are doing the opposite. They're spending less than they earn, investing consistently, ignoring external noise, and most importantly, they don't care how their life looks to others because they're focused on how it works. That's the difference. Social media teaches you to look rich. Wealth building requires you to think rich. So, what should you actually do? Not quit social media. That's unrealistic. Instead, you change how you interact with it. First, understand this. What you see is not the full picture. Whenever you see someone living a perfect life, ask yourself, what am I not seeing? This one question breaks the illusion. Second, separate spending from emotion. Before buying anything, pause and ask, do I want this or do I want how it makes me look? If the answer is about image, it's probably not worth it. Third, define your own version of success, not what social media tells you. Ask yourself, do I want freedom? Do I want stability? Do I want time? Because real wealth is expensive cars, luxury brands, constant upgrades. It's not stressing about money, having control over your time, being able to say no. Fourth, build invisible wealth. This is the kind of wealth no one sees. Savings, investments, emergency funds. It's not exciting. It won't get likes, but it gives you something far more valuable. Security. And finally, remember this. Every time you spend to impress someone, you're trading your future for a moment. Social media is powerful. It can inspire you, or it can slowly pull you into a life you can't afford. The dangerous part isn't what it shows you, it's how it makes you feel. Because once your financial decisions are driven by comparison, you're no longer in control. So the next time you scroll, and you feel that pressure to level up, pause and ask yourself, am I building a life or just trying to look like one? Because at the end of the day, the people who win financially aren't the ones who look the richest. They're the ones who needed to prove it the least.